In about an hour, two men will be arraigned for allegedly selling stolen goods out of a shop in New York City's Diamond District. One of them believed to be connected to a recent string of burglaries at the homes of professional athletes. NewsNation anchor Laura Ingle live for us there in Brooklyn outside of the courthouse. So Laura, what are we expecting inside that building today?
Hey, Nichole, well, we could certainly get more information about what happened yesterday. There was a Midtown bust that was absolutely huge when it comes to this case that could really bring investigators the information that they have been looking for to tie these suspects along with others into this really elaborate scheme that we've been hearing about with the NFL players having their homes broken into, and they're about to be arraigned. So when we get to some of the video that we can show you of this bust, you'll see that there was a lot of material that was taken out of the Diamond District. If you know New York City, the Diamond District is right there in Midtown Manhattan, and two men working in this area of New York City with alleged ties to a South American theft crew were picked up yesterday by the FBI, and there are reports that one of these suspects is linked to the December burglary of NFL quarterback Joe Burrow's home. Now, these two men have been identified in court documents as Dimitriy Nezhinskiy and Juan Villar, who are accused of running a Midtown pawn shop where these high-end goods, including watches, jewelry, sports memorabilia, were being sold. Investigators say the two also allegedly were stashing scores of stolen items at their Midtown shop and also at a storage unit in New Jersey. The men were indicted on 4 counts of knowingly and intentionally conspiring to receive, possess, and sell merchandise and money worth more than $5,000. They could face up to 10 years in prison. Of course, there is a lot of material going on there. And according to the indictment, phone records and surveillance footage links Nezhinskiy to at least 2 members of a 4-man burglary crew believed to be involved in that December 9th burglary of Joe Burrow's home in Ohio. And while court documents do not directly identify Burrow as a victim here, investigators referenced previous news coverage of the burglary, which is believed to be tied to this case. And the raids at the storage unit in New Jersey uncovered not only large amounts of stolen property, but Nichole, once they got into that storage unit, they also found a lot of items, power tools that people use to break into homes, and specifically safes as well.
Wow.
Nichole?
All right.
And that hearing, I should say, gets underway in just about an hour.
All right. So Laura, what is next in the actual investigation?
Right. So now that they've got these 2 suspects in custody, again, these are only allegations, but they're going through their phone records. They're going through all emails. And so they're going to look to see just who they can tie these 2 suspects to, because this has been going on for a while. We've been reporting on it on News Nation for the last several months. This could go back several years with these 2 suspects in particular who are accused of burglaries, or at least being tied to them over the course of the last several years. So as we move through the day, we're going to get into court. We're going to see these 2 arraigned, and then possibly more court documents will come out of that where we can see how investigators are tying these guys to this alleged theft ring. Back to you.
All right. Laura Ingle live there in Brooklyn. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.